With every sunrise, there are 15 square miles of opportunity. This is Kenner, a peaceful, prospering community where almost 26,000 families and 68,000 people live, work, and play in harmony. For the first time in recent history, the City of Kenner has balanced its budget without siphoning money that is dedicated to capital improvements. Belt-tightening, a willingness to cut expenses, and smarter contract negotiating has led to $8.5 million in savings. Today, our government is leaner by 135 fewer positions than when I first took office. We can boast of a healthy fund balance that exceeds $6 million and has major lenders in the nation's financial capital believing and investing wholeheartedly in Kenner's dedication to progress and fiscal responsibility. We secured much-needed federal funding from the Paths to Progress program. It resulted in $20 million in improvements last year to some of the busiest streets in Kenner, at no cost to Kenner or its taxpayers. We have completed 60% of our work to upgrade the citywide sewage program and will soon bring a system that was long ignored back into compliance with the Department of Environmental Quality. We will invest $80 million from low-interest loans to ensure that Kenner residents and businesses are no longer plagued by a neglected and dilapidated sewage system.
Future looks fantastic. We're in a region that's growing, it's prosperous. The region is bringing in a lot of young families. I'm very positive for this future.
So Al, how's Kenner doing?
Kenner's doing fantastic, Mike. Under your administration, I think it's really increased. The landscape has improved. The development it's just tremendous, great progress that we've seen, and I'm proud to be a Kenner resident.
Great. Well, thank you, Al.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
More business for sure. There's more growth in this area, more restaurants, more people, and I just find overall things are better.
Upon taking office, I established a long-range Kenner 2030 vision and plan. An economic development task force of key community leaders was assembled to offer ideas and stimulate results. The outgrowth of that task force is here as we embark on a $41 million corridor redevelopment project that will usher in a renaissance for major boulevards and byways. Improved landscaping, road and bridge improvements, lighting, safety enhancements, bicycle lanes, and public art will showcase Kenner like never before. And we are doing this through smart refinancing that will not increase our city's current debt payments. The project is so expansive and impressive, Kenner is expected to receive $20 million in federal funding support. The $1 million-plus project at the entrance of Laketown has already sparked a new development. Soon, the corridor Joe Yenny Boulevard and Williams Boulevard will be a sprawling, high-end retail complex instead of the age-old, overgrown, unsightly landmass of days gone by.
I went to high school in Kenner, I went to middle school in Kenner. My first building I built in Kenner was in the early 80s. I've had 10 different businesses in Kenner, and Kenner's going the right direction. I just finished my new home here in Kenner, and I had built my last new home in Kenner in 1990. So we're not moving anywhere, and we found that even with the people I know here and kids coming back, that it's growing in the right direction. We have money coming to Kenner. Some of the businesses I'm bringing to Kenner and other areas of Kenner are the job-producing companies, and that's what we need right now.
In Kenner, we believe flood protection is critical. Today, Kenner is a priority in the statewide flood control program, as well as the State Capital Outlay Fund. We are investing millions in new drainage projects.
The system is dramatically improved. The citizens of Kenner can really feel comfortable with what they've got in place. Everything has been raised since Katrina. Along the lakefront, everything has been raised at least a foot in elevation, and with additional foreshore protection and fronting protection along all the pump stations here. And then along the western return wall, everything was raised at least a couple of feet, depending on the location.
Across the city, we are creating a sense of place and pride. Wayfinding signage help residents, commuters, and tourists better understand Kenner's boundaries, neighborhoods, and major attractions. Rivertown in South Kenner is revitalized with new tenants, a new distinction as a Louisiana Main Street project, and the Department of Motor Vehicles office, which makes it easier and quicker for our citizens to renew and apply for a license. A full agenda of Rivertown events attracts a big audience of new fans. Our Music in the Park series, Movies in the Park series, and Weekend Farmers Market are all luring in visitors who are experiencing Kenner. At the north end of Williams Boulevard, Laketown is prepping to become a beacon on the lake. This year, Laketown and the widely popular Coconut Beach played host to the American Volleyball Professionals Championship. At Laketown, Kenner hosted Olympic gold medalists while showcasing our city and lake to the nation on NBC Sports. This administration is in talks with Boyd Gaming about upgrading the only casino on Lake Pontchartrain. And we've cleared all hurdles and are reviewing the plans of a developer who will build a boardwalk development on 15 acres of the lake coastline. Our vision of Laketown is a top quality development featuring retail, commercial, upscale condominium living, a hotel with ample convention space, and an amphitheater for live productions. Laketown will revolutionize the way we use Lake Pontchartrain.
Do you foresee a Mr. Ed's or maybe even an Amanda's Seafood out in our Laketown development?
I would absolutely love that. I definitely would. I saw a lot of images of the Laketown development and it looks absolutely beautiful. I think that'll be a great location, especially it may even bring more tourists into the city of Kenner, and that would help hotels, it would help restaurants, it would help all of the different stores. So hey, if we had another location in the Laketown area, we would definitely enjoy that.
Our Kenner Police Department is protecting our city through smart patrols and deployment and innovative programs that are helping citizens understand their role in public safety. The Kenner Police Department is strengthening our city against crime through programs like Business Against Crime, a Citizens Police Academy, an Explorer Project, many neighborhood watch programs, and women's self-defense classes. The Kenner PD has mandated officer fitness programs for its 245 employees, including 164 police officers, 15 communications officers, and 17 correctional officers. Our Kenner Fire Department has 120 full-time and reserve personnel, of which 89 members are certified first responders. With 6 fire stations and a response time of 3 to 5 minutes, our Kenner Fire Department earned a Class 2 rating, a status held by only 2% of the nation's fire departments, and a rating that saves businesses up to 4% on insurance premiums. You can now download mobile applications for both the city and police department on Android and Apple devices. These apps allow you to get alerts, pay your taxes online, and access other city services while on the go. Our Office of Emergency Management acquired more than $44,000 in public safety communications equipment and more than $370,000 in FEMA funds to install storm shutters. The facility is now a state-of-the-art center that can house all essential personnel in one location during a catastrophic event.
We can stand this facility up immediately in the event of any type of emergency, any type of hazard. As you can see, we monitor all types of activities here, from the Department of Transportation to the Coast Guard to the ports to police and fire. We have all those things that we monitor here on a daily basis. So we're able to support those agencies in the event of any type of emergency, and we can activate this center on a moment's notice.
Our Code Enforcement Department has upgraded its space in City Hall. Today, we provide a customer-friendly, one-stop shop department for citizens who rely on code. We work with our police department to fight blight and keep our city in pristine condition. This past year, in just one 5-week period, Kenner inspectors issued more than 800 citations for unkept landscapes or properties and for outright blighted land. We are keeping our community accountable and protecting our properties in doing so. Our Kenner hotels and motels are thriving. Many have undergone major renovations and upgrades, and our association with the Jefferson Convention and Visitor Bureau has paid off. A new contract with SMG to manage the Pontchartrain Center has cut Kenner's expenses and has also put SMG in cooperation with the JCVB to book events that will bring overnight visitors. Overseeing and managing public education is not the job of a mayor or council, but ensuring that our city has all the amenities and services needed is my job. At the recommendation of the Economic Development Task Force, we created the foundation for a charter school in Kenner. Kenner Discovery Health Sciences Academy was approved in 2012 and opened its doors at the old Majoria school site. In its first year, Discovery earned a high B ranking and placed 9th in the nationwide Scholastic Summer Reading Challenge.
We're now going to be a pre-K through 8th for the first time this year, so we're excited about that, to offer every elementary grade. We're also approved to go on to 9th through 12th.
The new and innovative school of choice, focusing on health and science, will soon expand through 12th grade. The response from parents has been nothing short of phenomenal. Since its inception, seats have been awarded by lottery. This year, the school received more than 900 applications for just 200 available seats. The retention rate is an unheard of 99%. And all of this good news is bringing business to Kenner. Businesses are expanding, new companies are opening, and our tax base is growing stronger. Our work with JEDCO is luring new business to our community and helped earn our city the Jefferson Chamber's coveted Champions Award.
I like the fact that Kenner cares about what the property looks like. On Williams Boulevard, on Florida Boulevard, they're constantly keeping up the Kenner properties. I also like the police department. They're very swift if you need them. So I've been happy living here as well as keeping my business here.
Consider the many achievements. Consider the significant number of major events like the moving wall, the one-half replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. that came to Kenner for 5 days, or the growing list of fun ways to spend weekends like Oktoberfest, Christmas Village, Race to the Lake, Articure, and much more. Consider the management of an austere budget, all the while gaining the federal and state funds to be one of Louisiana's most progressive cities. When you consider what Kenner has to offer and how Kenner government has done more with less, then you can rest assured that the state of our city is safe, sound, and strong.